Don't you dare disrespect me by feeling sorry for me. Don't you dare disrespect me by having any kind of sympathy. Be emboldened by my situation. Be emboldened by my steadfastness and my immovability of hitching my dreams to a shooting star.
Yeah, we're not feeling sorry for you, Michael. In my opinion, I think you're a top fighter, a top guy. And as soon as you came to the UFC, you took all the big fights. What we're going to do, guys, is we're going to break down what Michael Chandler breaks his silence on Conor McGregor disappointment. And we're going to get into it right after the intro.
Get down.
What's up, family? Welcome back to No Cap Combat. Michael Chandler broke his silence on the disappointment of the Conor McGregor UFC 302 cancellation. Let's get into it.
On the trail right now, getting my mind right, thinking about what has transpired over the last couple of days. Obviously, you guys saw it all. Got the rug pulled out from underneath me at the last possible moment. Had just got done with my last sparring session Thursday morning. Had been hearing rumblings since Monday, obviously, but really got the call about an hour after my last sparring session was completed. An hour after a celebration. Anybody who was trained for a fight, or anybody who has gone through a training camp for something, you know, you go through a really hard block, and then in order to peak, you get toward the very end to where you don't go hard anymore, as to throw yourself into the fire and take the chance of injuries, overtraining, bumps, bruises, cuts, all those different things. And I had just gotten done with that.
Yeah, we honestly don't realize how much these guys go through. Weight cuts, sparring sessions, cardio, you know, the hours and hours of sparring and the hard work that they go through. And then all of a sudden, boom, within a day, all of it's gone. And Michael Chandler's been unbelievably patient. Because I can understand with these fighters' careers being short, at any time anything can happen. So I totally understand they want to get as much money as they can. And with Conor McGregor, that fight was sold out immediately as soon as it was announced. So I really feel for Michael Chandler. He's a great fighter, but I actually like him as a person as well.
Whether that result is a letdown, whether that result is a delay, whether that result is a set of circumstances in which are out of your control. So what do I do now? A little bit of uncertainty in my life. When's this fight going to happen? What date would it be rebooked for? What venue? How bad is the injury? Reports have come out that it's not that bad, just needs a little bit of a delay, but it's still no guarantees.
You know, this is the thing for me, getting back to Conor. I don't think this fight's going to happen. And the reason why I said that is that there's been plenty of time. Conor's been inactive for a very long time since the Poirier defeat. And at that time, the first Poirier defeat, that was Conor back to his high level. Now, I don't know whether anybody else has noticed, but Conor looks different these days. His jawline, his general size. When I look at him now, I know he's walking around minimum 190, 195, something like that. I think that's what he's walking around at. So for him to get down to lightweight, or for him to get down to even welterweight, is going to be a struggle. And there's various reasons for that. We're also going to have a quick look a little bit later at the party video to see the reasons why this fight has been delayed this time. Obviously, it was an injury, but I think there was other circumstances. I think what Chandler should do, because he's still fresh, he's still a great fighter, extremely entertaining. Everyone loves Iron Michael Chandler. go get another fight, go get another couple of fights. And when that fight happens, you're ready because he's always in great shape anyway.
But I thrive in the no guarantees. Just a walk-on kid from High Ridge, Missouri, who has continued to trot in a forward trajectory no matter what the opposition, no matter what the circumstances, no matter what the situation. It's not up to me to will outcomes into existence. It is up to me to do the work. We let the work talk. We do the work, and we do the work until we've become undeniable. Don't you dare disrespect me by feeling sorry for me. Don't you dare disrespect me by having any kind of sympathy. Be emboldened by my situation.
I don't think anybody's feeling sorry for Michael Chandler. What they're feeling is that he needs to move on. When the fights were delayed before, especially on the Ultimate Fighter, when there was no date set, when there was no weight set, I think from that point onwards, Chandler should have said, listen, he's a recognized, respectable fighter himself. He can go get fights. There's plenty of guys out there who would love to fight Michael Chandler. So from that point onwards, he should have made a decisive decision to move on. So no one's feeling sorry for you. What people are saying is that it's time to move on. So that's where it is at. So he needs to move on 100%.
Emboldened by my steadfastness and my immovability of hitching my dreams to a shooting star and continuing to move forward. If you've been on this journey with me for a long time, you know how I operate. You know where my mindset is, where my mental is. And it is nowhere near down in the dumps. I am emboldened by this test, and this test ain't done yet. And this test shall turn into part of my testimony. So we keep moving forward in the face of adversity with complete disregard to previous failures, previous setbacks, previous things outside of our control, and future opposition. Yeah,
it's an interesting set of circumstances. I wish Michael Chandler the best. I want him to do well, but this is sort of the nail in the coffin for that fight. Now, what we're going to do, what we're also going to do is we're going to have a look at what somebody who's been having a good chip at Michael Chandler for a long time, Colby Covington. We're going to have a quick look. We're going to have a quick look at what Colby Covington has to say, and see if the information that he's given is similar to what I am. So we're going to watch that clip right now.
I want to hear what you have to say about Conor, because here's someone who can talk the talk and walk the walk. But there's a lot of rumors out there circulating. What is happening with UFC 303? So he's supposed to fight Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler's been on the PPD podcast with us. Dude, short, stout, strong-ass dude. You know, these are lightweights, right?
Yeah.
These are guys who are 10 pounds less than you?
No, their fight is actually scheduled at welterweight at 170.
Really?
Yeah, it's scheduled
Okay,
at
so this is your weight.
This is my weight class.
Okay,
yeah.
so here's some of the stories that, Ariel Helwani, he's out there. He's talking about the fact that UFC is burning the midnight oil, trying to find a replacement for Conor. There's a press conference that was canceled. There's rumors circulating. Is Conor injured? Is he unhealthy? What's going on there? Meanwhile, Michael Chandler is posting these sort of cryptic messages. What's going on? Social media. So give us a prediction. I know you're in the fighting business, not the prediction business, but is this fight going to happen? Could you get a call? If you have to step in the ring with Chandler, how would it go? What do you think, Colby?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think Conor's already set. He's made so much money. You know, his whiskey business. You know, a couple $100 million. The boxing fight with Floyd Mayweather, $100 million. What is his incentive to fight? What's getting him up early in the morning to drive him to go train for training camp? And what's gonna get him motivated to go fight a bum in Michael Chandler?
That's exactly what I was saying before. When you've got somebody at that level of fame and power, and also financial freedom to do what you want, and also got he's juggling other balls out there, businesses and movies. That's where Conor McGregor has really got to think about and know what he's going to do. Does he want to get back into the fight game where he's got massive potential to be back up top? Because this guy's technically gifted. Not only is he technically gifted, he's got the gift of being able to talk with the trash. So he's got options everywhere. But is that what he wants? And the thing is, with it being 34, he's at that perfect age. So it's time for Conor to really make his mind up.
Doesn't even have a winning record in the UFC. The guy's literally like 1-4 or 2-4 in the UFC. So
Because before UFC, he was fighting in.
he was fighting in the amateur scrub leagues, some random promotion. I'm not even gonna say the name because it's not worth it. So it's literally an Indian casino fight that some promoter put together, and it's a bunch of bums.
So
fighting.
why would Conor choose him? Because Conor could fight anybody.
Yeah.
Everyone would want to fight Conor. He could pick anybody. Yeah. Why would Conor fight Chandler of all people?
Because I think he thinks it's the easiest lick. You know, the guy's been getting knocked out and tapped out by everybody in the division, so he thinks it's an easy payday and to come back and smash this kid real quick.
So, chances that you think this actually happens, like flip a coin 50-50, or is it way less than that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like 25% that it happens.
Really?
I was a critic before, like saying he's not going to show up, and I think it would be the most genius marketing move in the history of marketing if he just used all this promotion leading up into this fight and then just pulled out. You know, I think that
Drop
would
a
be
12 whiskey if you
exactly.
It's I give it less than that. And Colby Covington is a clown. Don't get it twisted. I'm not one of those I'm not a fan of Colby Covington, but when somebody's speaking facts, you've got to agree with it. I give a 0% chance that it's going to happen. I really do. And it's sad for Chandler. But you can only, in that situation, you can only blame oneself. You know Conor's been unpredictable. And so it's not, in my idea and the way I feel, I really do think it's time for Chandler to move on and go get another fight. Guys, I really appreciate you being here. I'd love to see your comments and your opinions on this subject. Tell me, do you think this fight happens, or do you think it doesn't happen? Do you think Conor's going to come back or not? I'd really love to see what you think. And it'd be interesting. I just think Chandler should just take his losses, go get another fight and go get paid. This is No Cap Combat. I'm going to be back soon with some more information and some other up-and-coming fights in both MMA and boxing. Spud.